Okay, let us start. Hi. Madam, are you ready? Ready, okay. Our chief guest and speaker of the day, distinguished Toastmaster Vijayalakshmi, Gaveliers, counselors, and my dear friends, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending upon wherever you are. A warm welcome to Global Youth Gavel Clubs Group program. Global Youth Gavel Clubs consists of 156 clubs, ranges from Canada to Australia. And all these 156 clubs are divided into various groups. And unfortunately, today we have a lot of other contests going on in the group itself. Earlier, they didn't tell this particular date. Now they have to finish this particular date. Sorry for that. That's why some people have gone to attend that program. This 156 clubs are divided into different groups, and every group consists of about 10 to 12 to 15 clubs, and it's sort of mixed together depending upon the time zone. And they used to have a lot of programs like a joint meeting, contest. We'll be having the table topic contest, evaluation contest, now the storytelling contest, and finally the Gavelier World Championship. These are the program for this year. Some of the groups already completed the table topics, and we are going to start the evaluation contest. So it'll be a very good opportunity for all the Gaveliers to know the techniques behind the evaluation contest. And I'm extremely happy that we are going to witness a wonderful program today. And this will be conducted by an eminent Toastmaster. And to introduce our the speaker of the day, let me invite Gavelier Karin. Karin, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please, stage is yours.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Sigma, for the warm welcome. Good evening and good morning to all Gaveliers, counselors, and Toastmasters and guests for coming for this evening. I like to extend my warm welcome, especially to DTM Vijayalakshmi ma'am, for taking the time out of her day to come and teach us young children on tricks of her experience. Now, I'd like to take a few moments, like I said, I'm here to introduce her. So let me introduce you as to how she is a living memento, a living reason as to why we should join Gavel clubs and her achievements as to what has given her the right and the power and the experience to be here today. Distinguished Toastmaster Vijayalakshmi joined the Toastmasters fraternity in 2011. Ever since then, it's been a roller coaster ride for her. She was a dual member of Meraki and Chennai Communicators Club. And one of her beautiful achievements, she was the past district chief judge of District 82, President's Distinguished Area Governor of Area N3, and the conference chair of Reverberation in 2014. And one of her achievements as contest, she was the first runner-up of Division ISC 2019 and 2021, winner of District Evaluation Contest 2021. No wonder you're here teaching us about this, ma'am. Recipient of Pathways Champion Award 2021 and was received the Distinguished Toastmaster Award twice in 2017 and 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, I now take this opportunity to welcome DTM Vijayalakshmi ma'am, who will be taking the topic on evaluation tips, tricks, and techniques. The stage is yours, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Karen, for this wonderful introduction. Good evening, everyone. It gives me immense pleasure to be doing this session for all you young minds. Today's session is going to be about 60 minutes of time. Well, to get attention for 1 hour is quite challenging. And we can do this only we do it as a team. So whenever possible, whenever I ask you a question, I would request you all to please unmute and give me your answers. Don't wait for the right answer. Every answer is correct in its own way. Okay, so let's all get started, shall we?
Madam, we have the meeting hall is full now. So we'll be having the Facebook live is available. So those who cannot join the meeting, they can witness the live Facebook. I will give the link. Please carry on.
Thank you, sir. Okay, so the first half of the session is when we will do a quick presentation. We'll take a look at the presentation. I have shared few tips, tricks, and techniques in this presentation. I will walk you through every slide in this deck. And as we progress, we will also learn all of these tips, tricks, and techniques. The second part of the session is when we have one prepared speaker today. So I want you all to please be ready with your pen and paper. As we progress through this slide deck, I want you to take notes whenever, wherever necessary. And when the speaker is presenting the prepared speech, I want you to note down the recommendation and commendation for the speaker. We will be doing evaluation for that particular speaker. And finally, we'll have room for a lot of question and answer sessions. Ready? Okay, so let's get started. Evaluate like a pro. So as you heard from the introduction, I joined Toastmasters in 2011. So it's almost like a decade that I've been with the fraternity, and it's been one roller coaster ride. So I've been contesting for a very long time, and I became a district champion only this year, this 2021 Toastmasters year. When we start today's presentation, I wanted to break few myths that we have during contest. Number one, who can evaluate? This is the first question, isn't it? Ma'am, I just joined this Gavel club 3 months ago. I just joined this Gavel club a month ago, a week ago. I've been here for a year. Can I contest? Who can evaluate? Of course you can contest. Almost anyone can evaluate. Anyone. Because in an evaluation contest, you only need to be a paid member of the club. That's all. That's all. So no other prerequisites are there. So you only need to be a paid member. You need to be a member in good standing in your club roster. That's it. But I have not done evaluations, ma'am. How will I know what to evaluate, how to evaluate? This session will definitely be a good eye-opener for all you beginners. Speech evaluation is extemporaneous. Yes, it is. You hear a speech and we evaluate that speech. Spot on, isn't it? However, a little preparation will come handy. What will I prepare, ma'am? How will I prepare? All of that we will learn today. Should I focus on the content of the speaker or should I focus on the delivery of the speaker? The answer is to focus on both equally. Both equally, the content and the delivery. And finally, there is a myth that good speakers do not have recommendations. How many of you here, show of hands, how many of you here know the world champion, Aaron Beverly? The world champion of public speaking, just 2 years ago, Aaron Beverly? Very good. How many of you know this world champion of public speaking, Ramona J. Smith? Oh, lovely. You know what we did in my club? Mine, Marathi is an advanced club. So we evaluated the world championship speech of Ramona and Aaron Beverly. The winning speech of these two world champions, we evaluated that as a panel discussion. We sent those evaluations, we sent those recommendations to Aaron Beverly and Ramona. And guess what? They were super happy to receive those evaluations. So if you're thinking good speakers do not have any recommendation points, I'm telling you, the world champion of public speaking had a room for improvement and they were very happy to receive an evaluation. So if you have this myth that good speakers do not have recommendations, I'm here to tell you, even a world championship speech will have a room for improvement. Now, having broken few myths here, let's quickly start the session. Ma'am, I want to first start with the club evaluation and then I want to progress to the contest. If you are one such person, this slide is for you. In a club evaluation, you will be the designated evaluator for the speaker. A speaker will come, deliver a speech, and you need to evaluate that speech. One good thing about a club evaluation is you will know the project objectives beforehand. So even before the meeting, the VPE or the speaker himself or herself will share the project objectives with you. I'm doing this part, this level, or this communicator project, this level, and all of that. So you know what to expect in that speech. It will tell you this is an icebreaker speech. See if the speaker is confident. See if the speaker is able to express himself or herself to the audience. See if the audience get to know well about the speaker. So you know what to look for in a club evaluation. In addition, you can also probe the speaker. Hey Gautam, today I know you're the speaker. I am your evaluator. Do you want me to look for anything specific while you speak? Then Gautam might say, oh yes, I have been receiving this feedback that I'm using a lot of pause during this speech. Today, I am consciously trying to avoid that pause and do the speech. Can you see specifically if this is working? Gautam will tell me. And then I will look for something very specific that the speaker wants. All of this is possible in a club speech evaluation. In a contest, it's very tricky. Why? Because in a contest evaluation, you will not know what the project objectives are. The speaker is announced only by the title and the speaker name. No project objectives are given to you. Oh, then how will I know what should I look for in this speech? Isn't it? You need to know the speech types. In a contest evaluation, you need to know the speech types. Humorous, informative, persuasive, inspirational. If you take any speech, you can definitely fit them in one of this speech type, in any one. Or it could even be a combination of one or two of these speech types. So if you know the speech types well, you can easily know what the speech, what you're looking for in that speech. If I ask you, anyone can unmute and tell me quickly, what will you look for in a humorous speech?
Humor.
Of course, humor.
Anecdotes.
Anecdotes in a humorous speech, okay.
Some punches in the speech.
Jokes, yes, of course. Laughter.
How
the audience get
Audience response, very good.
taglines.
Sorry, what was the last one?
Humorous taglines.
Oh, yes. So you're looking for humor, you're looking for the audience response, you're looking at how these one-liners work brilliantly with the story. Should the humorous speech have a message?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
It can.
Someone who says no.
It is not necessarily
necessary to have it, but you can have.
Exactly. Super. Wow, a lot of enthusiasm in the room.
It's just
yes.
for
If you look at the humorous speech ballot, the contest ballot, there is no parameter called message. So the idea of a humorous speech is just to leave the audience entertained, right? Just to leave the audience entertained. You need not have a message. If you are able to bring in a message very subtly in that speech that could blend well with the humor, good for you. But there is no need for you to have a force-fitted message in a humorous speech, right? Brilliant. Now, this is what I'm saying. So when you know the speech type, you can easily know what to look for in that speech. So when the speaker is presenting a humorous speech, you will see, oh, humor, tick, yes. If there is a force-fitted message, oh, why did he have a message in this humorous speech? It's not even needed, right? Then you put it in the recommendation. Oh, is this story very entertaining? Yes, put it in the commendation. So only when you know what to look for in that speech, you can easily put them in your commendation or your recommendation. Okay, can I see some show of hands? Okay, brilliant. Same holds good for a humorous speech, persuasive speech, inspirational speech. Quick question. What will you look for in a persuasive speech?
Ma'am, information.
Persuade the audience.
Call to action.
Information.
Illusion.
Solution, very good.
A strong message.
Strong message.
That is effective message to the audience.
Oh my goodness.
Inference.
Lovely, lovely. Yes, of course. So in a persuasive speech, you need a problem, right? Let's say, for example, an organ donation. I want to persuade my audience to do an organ donation. So you need to have a problem. Today, we are not having enough donors, let's say. And then I'm bringing you a solution, or I'm actually putting you to visualize. If we have more organ donors, this will be the result, right? So I'm helping you to visualize the solution. I'm giving you a solution. Enroll yourself as an organ donation. There is a call to action, isn't it? So at the end of the speech, I'm persuading my audience for a call to action. I'm telling you, how many of you here would love to be an organ donor? Or having listened to this personal speech, I'm sure at least one or two in this room is inspired to do an organ donation, right? So if at least one or two people agree, yes, I want to be an organ donor, then this persuasive speech is a hit, isn't it? So you need to know the speech types and then put them accordingly in the commendation or recommendation. If you have what it is required in the speech, put it in commendation. If it doesn't have, put it in the recommendation. That's it. Simple? Okay. Now, objectives are done. Let's do a quick do's, okay? Always for an evaluation, be it club or the contest, be very truthful. Very, very truthful. Do not over-glorify the speaker. Sometimes, for a very normal speech, when I say normal, I'm not saying it's a substandard speech. I'm not putting the speaker down or the speech down. I'm only saying there is no wow factor to the speech. It's a normal icebreaker speech. The person comes, shares some of the hobbies, interests, about the hometown, siblings, parents, and all of that. Okay, very normal speech. When the evaluator comes on stage and if the evaluator says, that was the fantastic speech I've heard in my entire life, you will go like, have you even heard a good speech or what? Isn't it? Right? So don't over glorify the speaker. If it is a good speech, say it's a good speech. If it is not, say it's a nice speech. Okay? Don't over glorify. Don't say out of the world, mind blowing and all that for a very normal speech. Yeah? Perfect. Very, very important. Do it, don't say it. Now, as an evaluator, it is very important for us to find out the recommendation area. For example, Toastmaster Karen, I love the way how you introduced me today. I have one specific recommendation for you. Use pause. Now, I told Karen to use pause. And if I'm going to say thank you and leave, will Karen even know how to use the pause? No. I only told her what went wrong. It's my responsibility as an evaluator to tell her how to do it, isn't it? So when I tell Karen, use pause, let me tell you this, Karen. The next time you introduce someone, in your script, when there is a comma, it's a 1 second pause. When there is a full stop in your script, it's a 2 second pause. Now, I've told Karen what was the problem, which is the pause. I also told her how to better do it the next time, didn't I? Yeah. So as an evaluator, it is not just enough if we just say it. We have to do and tell them how to do it as well. So if you have a recommendation, make sure you also tell your speaker how to do it. Okay. Don't just say it, do it. And Karen, by the way, that was a wonderful introduction. I just gave it as an example. Okay. Structure of evaluation is very, very important. We are going to see the structure of evaluation. Just like the speech, which is a beginning, body, and a conclusion, speech evaluations are also structured. Let's see what the structure is in the later slide. Personalize your evaluation, very, very important. Now, yes.
Miss, sorry for the interruption. Miss, is it necessary that all the icebreakers should have a message in them?
No, not at all. Not at all. Icebreaker is just for you to introduce yourself to the audience. So that is why I'm saying, if you know the objectives well, you will know what to look for in the speech. The purpose of an icebreaker speech is just to introduce yourself to the audience, because that's your first speech, right? People in the club might not know you well. So that's a speech where you introduce about yourself to your audience. So an icebreaker need not have a message. Yes, no, maybe?
Okay, miss.
Yeah. Finally, personalize your evaluation. Okay. Always evaluations are personalized. What I felt today is Madam Toastmaster Sinduri could have used this. What I felt today is Sarah could have used this, right? So it is always I and not we. Don't speak for the audience. Don't say, I'm sure the audience are entertained. I'm sure the audience were laughing. Don't speak for the audience. How you felt about the speech could be totally different to what I felt about the speech, right? So don't speak for the audience. Always talk about how you felt about the speech. Yes, sir. Do we have a question? Sorry, there are very limited videos that I can see here because of the screen share. If you have a question, please unmute and ask me. I see a hand raised.
I have a question.
Yes.
What is don'ts in the first one of don'ts is saying don't compare previous performances. But in some club meetings, some of my friends in this club meetings have compared one speaker's performance with your performance and it's like,
Okay.
you are much better than last time how I evaluated you.
Absolutely. What I wanted to say, you said that. Thank you so much. This is something we should not do. It is okay if we have done that in the past, but now is the time to correct it and move forward. Okay. Now what happens is speeches are that particular speech. Okay. So as an evaluator, you're only evaluating the speaker based on that day's performance. So it is very, very mandate to not compare the previous performances. So if you have friends who have been saying in your club, I know you are a very good humorous speaker. I know the last performance was very good. We all witnessed a hilarious performance last week. No comparisons of any previous performance. Talk only about that day, that particular speech. Okay. Now don't have contradicting commendations or recommendations. For example, today Toastmaster Sarah gave a wonderful speech. I love the way how she worked the room with the audience. She had a brilliant eye contact throughout the room, and I thoroughly enjoyed the speech. Toastmaster Sarah, I just have only one recommendation for you. Improve eye contact. Yeah, she's laughing, isn't it? So what am I doing here? I'm absolutely contradicting my commendation to my recommendation, isn't it? So when you write your commendations and recommendations, make sure whatever you have said is super duper with the speaker. You cannot recommend the same thing as a recommendation. Okay? Make sure your commendations and recommendations are unique. Yes.
I have a question. What is commendations
are strengths. Commending is appreciating. Commendations are the strengths of the speaker. When you appreciate the speaker, that is commendation. Recommendation is when you're suggesting what to improve for a speaker. Make a note of these two words. We will be using these two quite a lot today. Commendation, recommendation. Yeah. Commendations are strengths, appreciations. Recommendations are improvement areas. What you want to recommend to the speaker. Yes.
I have a doubt. We have to in a evaluation contest, there should be the commendations that what I loved in your speech, and there should be improvements you said.
Yes.
If I don't like this speech, I didn't love a single thing in the speech, what to do?
Very good question. There are going to be times when you don't like the speech completely. But I would say it's more of a stage manners than a contest. When everyone is around, you just can't be so harsh. That's the third point. Okay. Don't be harsh and say, I didn't like that speech, or you could have done better, or you should prepare more. No. Always in a club or in a contest, it's good to appreciate at least one little thing in that speech. It could be maybe this person hasn't given a speech for a long time. Okay, you can at least appreciate the courage this person has taken, the effort this person has put to come up with the script. Okay, that will be the first. When I started in 2011, my speeches were horrible. Okay, and today, if I'm able to win ISC at the division level, place at the district level, is because I've come through some very good commendations and recommendations. Okay, so do not say out loud that you did not like. Don't give any harsh comments. Say it in a nice, polite way. If you have a specific recommendation, you can say it offline. Okay, and don't. Yes.
Another doubt. If there are many improvements in speech and we don't have enough time. What we could do if we don't have?
We're going to look at it in the further slide. Is it okay if you just wait for 2 more slides? Okay.
Excuse me,
okay. Park your questions. Park your questions. We'll take just one.
What does gushing mean? What does gushing?
Okay, gushing praise is, oh, this is wonderful. This is super. I don't have any recommendation. You are a star. You are a champion. Saying everything positively. Okay, super glorifying the speaker. Don't do that. Everyone will have a room for improvement. Okay, just find that one recommendation. That's all. Park your questions. We are going to just move forward quickly. Remember, the structure of a speech is a good beginning, body, and a conclusion, isn't it? Now, there is a structure to evaluation as well. This is the 4S structure. This is not there in the DMI site. This is something that I coined for us to easily remember. You can coin your own structure. Okay, you can remember it in your own way. Start, strengths, suggestions, summarize. The 4S. Start, strengths, suggestions, summarize. You start your evaluation with a good quote or a very positive note. Today, Toastmaster Sindhuri had not just a message, but a call to action for all of us. Start with something very positive, okay? Just hold on one sec. I'll just finish this one, please. Okay. Thank you. And then go for the strengths. Of all the wonderful things you had in your speech, Sindhuri, here are the top 3 things that I absolutely love. Here are your strengths. Number 1, you have a very good message in your speech. Number 2, you had an amazing body language throughout the speech. And number 3, you maintain perfect eye contact with everyone, right? I'm just giving you an example. Then go for suggestion. Sindhuri, here are my 2 recommendations to make this speech a better speech. Number 1, use a callback technique. Number 2, use pauses whenever. I'm just giving you an example, okay? Just a random example. Summarize without fail, okay? Overall, this was a speech that was absolutely entertaining, Sindhuri. You had the perfect message, the pause, and the eye contact. If you could work on the 2 recommendations with the callback technique and the, say, power of 3, I'm sure you can work wonders with your speeches in the coming weeks, something like that. You summarize completely and then you leave the stage, okay? So this is a structure of an evaluation, a good opening, strengths, suggestions, and then you summarize. Yes, what was the question?
Excuse me, Miss, if we should not follow in the don't yet mention that gushing praise is not needed. So does that mean that whichever speech we get any speech to evaluate, we have to find some improvement in that?
Yes, of course. You need to find at least one improvement area. Everyone will have one, definitely. Just find one improvement area.
Excuse me, ma'am. I have a doubt. Ma'am, what are the types of recommendations?
We will see few in the later slides. Okay?
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yes.
I am in the Gavel club and we have learned that we need to summarize the speech said by the speaker. That what did they say? So should we include that also?
You need not summarize it. See, you are an evaluator, right? So you can the speaker will summarize the speech. So you as an evaluator should summarize the commendation and the recommendation. The commendation, for example, definitely use these words, overall or in summary, use those words during contest, okay? Because summary carries specific points in the ballot. So overall, Toastmaster Sahana, that was an amazing speech. You had the perfect body language, the pause and the eye contact. If you could work a little on delivering the message perfectly, and if you could work on the pace of your speech, I'm sure you could do wonders with all your speeches to follow. Good luck to you. So I summarized the complete commendation recommendation. I also left the speaker on a very positive note.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, let's just move forward.
Questions. I have one doubt.
Yes, quickly.
How many recommendations can we give to a speaker?
We will see that. How many recommendations in the further slide. Just give me a few minutes. Is that okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have a question. May I proceed or?
Okay,
please keep all the questions with you. Let her finish the presentation. Then we can ask.
Okay, we'll just cover this one question quickly. We will finish the presentation. Yes, what was the question?
Ma'am, what if?
At the end.
Ma'am, may I continue? Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
please.
Ma'am, what if we gave a lot of commendations, but we haven't been able to find a single recommendation to give?
We are
What
going
do
to
we
see.
do?
We are going to deal with recommendation in just few slides later. Just hold on. Just hold on.
Okay, ma'am.
Perfect. Okay, so please park your questions. We have a Q&A. We can definitely answer all those questions. Sandwich technique. Now, there are a lot of techniques that you can use in an evaluation. Usually, we will say, these were your strengths. These are my recommendations. So work on them. You will be a brilliant speaker. Yes. But in a contest where there are 10 contestants, you want to stand out as a speaker, don't you? Right? You want to have that winning edge over the others, don't you? Yeah. So here are some techniques that you can use to bring in the flavor in evaluation. Please remember, these are not mandate. These are not mandate. These are just few recommendations, suggestions that you can bring in to add more flavor to make you that standout contestant during the contest. Quickly, the sandwich technique. Comment, recommend, comment. CRC, which is comment, recommend, comment. Just comment the speaker. Top 3 things. Recommend and comment. Why this is called a sandwich is because just like a sandwich, the top layer of the bun is very thick, isn't it? So the commendations need to be more. Have always at least 3 commendations. Or you can just stop at 3. Okay? 3 commendations always. The middle filling is always a slight thin filling, isn't it? Have recommendations very thin recommendations. 1 or 2. Just have 1 or 2 recommendations. Enough. Finally, again, comment. In the summary, have loads of positivity there, right? Again, the bottom of the sandwich bun is thick. So have again 3 commendations and close it. So just like how the sandwich bun looks, this is how your evaluation is prepped. Comment, recommend, comment. 3 commendations, 2 or 1 recommendation, again, some commendation. That could be 1 or 2 commendations at the end.
Ma'am, should the comment and the second comment should be the same or should it be different?
It can be the same, it can be different as well. Suppose you have so many commendations, you can park 3 for the first and 2 for the last. If you don't have a different commendation, you can say the same commendation at the end.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, so we can also summarize the commendations.
We should always summarize, okay? The structure will never change. Okay? These are things that you can include in between. The structure will never change. The HSF technique is another technique. Heard, saw, felt. H, S, and F. What I heard today from Toastmaster Sarah is that your body, the beginning and the conclusion, beginning, body, and the conclusion were perfect and in line. You had an amazing comment, and I should appreciate you for the grammar. It was just a flawless speech. What I saw today, Sarah, was you appeared to be calm and composed. All your gestures were in line with your speech, and you used the stage movements appropriately. What I felt today, Sarah, is that you had an ultimate purpose and a call to action to plant more trees. I'm so touched by your message, and I'm sure I am going to plant more trees in the future. What did I do? I just took this template, heard, saw, felt. I just applied the words with Sarah's speech, and then I just used it as a heard, saw, felt technique. When you start techniques, it is very important that the judges know that you're using a specific technique. So when you're using a technique, say, today I'm going to evaluate Toastmaster Sarah based on the HSF technique, heard, saw, felt. What I heard today is, and then you go on, okay? Let the judges know that you're using a specific technique. Very easy to use, very relatable are the analogy, metaphor, or theme-related techniques. You can make your evaluations memorable if you can draw parallels to the speech and the theme that you're very well aware of. For example, today, listening to Seher's speech was like planning for a vacation. When I plan for a vacation, I will first decide my destination. And I'm sure, Seher, when you planned this speech, you first wrote the message on your script. And that's why your message stood as an anchor point for you in the speech. What did I do? I just drew parallels to Seher's speech with that of planning for a vacation. Just like how we click pictures during a vacation, and we always can go back to the pictures and relive those moments. Whenever I think of Seher's speech, I am going to have a lot of smile thinking of those amazing, amazing travel journey that she has given me, right? I'm only drawing parallels to a vacation to this speech. This is just an example, the vacation. It can be anything. It can be role in a club. It can be your best friend's wedding. Sorry, not a wedding. It's a Gavel club. It can be a birthday party. It can be a Marvel Avenger. It can be anything that you're well aware of. Okay. Theme references. Now, you can call the introductory lines if you're well aware of the theme. Once a speaker spoke about go green, plant more trees, avoid plastics and all that, for which my introductory line started with something like this. You have reduced unwanted stage movement, reused vocal variety, and recycled our enthusiasm. What did I do here? I took the theme of go green, which is reduce, reuse, and recycle, and I used them as my introductory lines for the evaluation. Effective? Can I see some show of hands? Yeah? This is effective than the usual. Today, I like your speech very much. You are a good speaker and all that. No, this gives a little more flavor and drama, especially during the contest season. This will make you that standout contestant. These are just examples. You can have anything under a metaphor or a theme. Another technique is called the acronym technique. The acronym technique. Acronyms are nothing but short forms. We all know that, right? Now, you can use an acronym while you are evaluating a speech. When a speaker spoke about balanced food, the speech was titled Diet. So when I evaluated the speaker, I said, today I loved Ashish, your balanced food speech. So I'm going to evaluate you, Ashish, based on the acronym Diet. D for delivery, I for information, E for entertainment, and T for transition. Ashish, your speech had the absolute delivery skills that is needed for a good speech like today. You had packed informations with what are the proteins, what are the vitamins, what is a balanced food all about. And I was thoroughly entertained by your speech today. I love the way how you transitioned beautifully from a personal experience of yours to what you have become today. So what did I do here? I just took Ashish's speech, which is diet. I just used the acronym technique and I evaluated Ashish based on the acronym technique. So this you can use anytime, anywhere, however you want. But with ma'am, I haven't used an acronym technique. How will I know which letter in the alphabet, which word to use? Do you have a question? Yeah? Okay. Quickly unmute and tell me. If I have to ask you words that start with the letter C in the alphabet that we will use in a story, can you name a few? For example, conclusion.
Ma'am, courage.
Courage, okay.
Climax.
Climax, well done. Character.
Confidence.
Confidence.
Super. See, just for the letter C, you were able to come up with conclusion, climax, content, character, and so on, isn't it? I want you to write from A to Z and do the same thing for every letter. Whatever words you think will relate, you can use during the evaluation, during a story, all of that, you can even Google. Write those words with each letters. For A, these are the letters. B, these are, at least have 2 or 3 letters per letter in the alphabet. When you familiarize yourself with those words, you can easily use them during the speech. For example, see diet, delivery, information, entertainment, and technique. Similarly, topic, title, organization, power of voice, invoking the audience, and conclusion, right? So you can use it appropriately only if you have the practice. So write the words related to each letter, practice those words as and when possible so that you can form your own acronym just like that in a jiffy. Kill the cliche. Kill the cliche. We have been tired, bored to death by hearing the same phrases over and over again during the contest, during the club evaluations, which is you had a great eye contact, you had a good body language, right? Imagine in a contest setup, you are the 7th contestant and 6 people before you are saying the same thing. You had great eye contact, you had good body language. and you come in as the seventh speaker. You come in as the seventh speaker and you say, you were confident in facing the audience. Your stance and movement were appropriate. What did I do here? What did I do here? I just used the same phrase, which I wanted to say, great eye contact. I just used nice words as alternatives here. I didn't want to sound cliche. Okay, so don't use the same phrase, good eye contact, good body language and all that. Use a different alternate phrase. Again, look at the last point. Look at the last point here. If I'm saying as a commendation, Toastmaster Sahana, your pauses were in place. Okay, Toastmaster Sahana, your pauses were in place as a commendation, that's all. And then look at this alternative. Sahana, that 3-second pause that you gave after your message, your eyes spoke and the audience froze. Sahana, you tell me, which one did you like better?
Ma'am, the alternative, because it was
the alternative, isn't it?
A lot different
yes,
from the...
Yes. One, because it's not a cliched phrase. And two, because it is very specific. Imagine everyone, Gaveliers, in a 5 to 7 minute speech, Sahana would have used so many pauses, isn't it? So many pauses. If I just generically say, your pauses were in place, which pause am I meaning? You don't know. Sahana will also not know. You're not adding any value to the speaker, isn't it? So if I'm going to be very specific, Gautam, I saw you raise a hand. Just give me a minute. So if you're very specific and say, Sahana, that 3-second pause before your final message is when the audience froze and your eyes spoke. I'm very specific about that particular pause, isn't it? So Sahana knows, oh, this particular pause, oh, that was very dramatized, oh, lovely. Yeah. So I am adding more value to this.
Okay.
Right? Yes, Gautam, go for it quickly.
Miss, what does the audience froze mean?
Audience froze means the audience was speechless. Wow. They were like that. They were just wowed by the speech. Froze.
Okay, miss.
Gautam?
Ma'am, I have 3 questions. Can I share?
Quickly, yes.
Ma'am, you shared a few techniques. Ma'am, which is the best one to do?
Very good question. The trick here, Gautam, is there is no mapping of use the HSF technique for persuasive speech, use this technique for this speech. No. It is very good if you familiarize yourself with all the speech types first, know what is required in each speech type, learn all the techniques, brilliantly pick out that one technique that you think will make you a standout contestant on the day of the contest.
Okay.
There is no actual mapping here. Yes.
The second question is, if your friend or a close relative is going for a national stage evaluation contest, what would be a short 5 to 6 tips?
Oh my goodness. Very simple. Just like how judges will just ease their mind and put off all your past performances and look for just that particular day, that particular performance. That's the same mindset you should also have. Just look for that particular speech, that particular performance. Just erase out the relationship, anything that you have with the speaker.
And the last question is, which is the best time to evaluate? Is this to evaluate as the first one or the last one or in the middle?
It depends on when you pick the lot, whatever number comes to you, isn't it, Gautam? So how it happens in the contest is, they will write numbers 1 to 10. So they will shuffle it and give it to you. You will pick a number. If that number is 8, you are the 8th speaker. If that number is 1, you are the first speaker.
No. Which has the greater edge?
Okay, sorry. Which has a greater edge. I will swing on both sides. See, if I'm the first contestant, I will try to make the best impression because what I say first will stand as a standard and I will set a high bar if I'm the first contestant, right? If I'm the last contestant, I'll be very aware of what my previous contestants would have told. So in the waiting room, I'll probably make the twist and tweak and probably come up with a brilliant technique or an evaluation that will make me stand out. The positions does not matter, Gautam, because personally, I have won the division evaluation contest by being the first speaker. I have won the district evaluation contest by being the 7th speaker amongst 14 contestants, which is a middle order, I would say, right? The person who won, when I won the 2nd place in the district, someone won the 1st place. That person was the last speaker. So the position does not matter, Gavel. We have always won at different levels. What really matters is how unique you can be as an evaluator. Yeah. Quickly park the questions. Let's move. Very, very important. What happens during the contest? Okay. What happens during the contest? Speaker comes, speaker will deliver the speech. The moment the speaker starts speaking, you should prepare something called the rough draft. Okay, rough draft. For example, let's say the speaker is doing an icebreaker. Because everyone is familiar, I'm just taking an example of an icebreaker. Let's say the speaker is doing an icebreaker speech. This is what I will write in my rough draft. I will only write words. Don't write sentences. Don't exactly write every word the speaker is saying. You will lose time. Okay? Just look at the speech, hear the speech, and write only the important words. What are the important words, ma'am? The character names, the places, the year, the date, any important message. All of these are important. Okay? By looking at this rough draft, I can say Ravi is the character who lived in Chennai, has 2 siblings. His childhood was great. His sisters were always teasing. They had a great childhood, poking fun at each other. He had a change of school. He moved from Chennai to Madurai. He made some new friends. He loves cricket. He's been in the school debate team. In Madurai, he loved the Madurai food. He became a fan of A.R. Rahman. And when he moved to college, he had to join a college in Coimbatore. His first office was in Chennai, which is in Tidal Park. And then he has a passion for public speaking. And that's why he joined in Toastmasters. And he completed his speech by saying, life is a circle because I was born in Chennai. I moved to different places. Now I'm back in Chennai to square one. Can you easily make out the speech from this? Just these words? Can you? Yeah. This is what you should do in a rough draft. Please do not write sentences. You will lose the speaker. You will lose the attention. Okay. Write commendation. Just write points. Write recommend. Split your notebook into two halves. Okay. One half is commendation. One half is recommendation. One in commendation, write good choice of words. For example, in this speech, strong speech organization, calm and composed speaker, very good humor. These were my observations. In the recommendation part, I'm saying the speaker could have improved gestures. The speaker could have used a pause for a dramatic effect. Okay, these are my recommendations. Remember, some of you had the question, how many commendation, how many recommendation, how to choose, how to write. This is the answer. This is the answer. So if you look at this slide, I have got 4 recommendations and 4 commendations and 2 recommendations, isn't it? Now you will have 5 minutes of preparation time. 5 minutes of preparation time after the speakers finish the speech. In that 5 minutes of time, you will pick the top 3 commendations and the top 2 recommendations. You can write all that comes to your mind during the rough draft. During the 5 minutes preparation time, pick the top 3 or the top 2. Agreed, everyone? Yeah? Okay. Pick the top 3 or the top 2. Then you will structure your evaluation based on that. Quickly. Yes, Ahana, quickly.
Ma'am, so if, what expression should we have on our face? Should we be smiling or what should we, while evaluating, ma'am?
You should definitely be smiling. You should be oozing with confidence. You should be smiling. You should be oozing with confidence. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so the rough draft is done. Rough draft is done. Let's quickly finish this. We'll have more questions. So during the contest, when the speaker is on stage, prepare the rough draft. Remember, write only the words, commendation, recommendation. Write whatever comes to your mind as commendation and recommendation. Listen very attentively. Take notes of the important things in the speech, characters, places, dates, and everything. Divide the page into 2 halves. I already told you that. After the speech, you will be given 5 minutes of preparation time during the contest. In that 5 minutes of time, prepare a fair copy. From this sheet, prepare a fair copy using the 4S structure. Prepare a nice quote, have a good opening, commendation, recommendation, and then the closure, the summary. Okay, follow the 4S structure. Put the rough draft away. You don't need the rough draft. Okay, take the fair copy with you. In the waiting room, if you are the 4th contestant, you'll be in the waiting room. Rehearse your evaluation if possible. And during the evaluation on stage, you can use notes. You can absolutely use notes. You can see notes and talk from the notes. But don't read every word from the notes. Okay, that will be like, news reading. Don't do that. Glance the notes. No additional marks will be given if you're not using notes. No marks will be reduced if you're using notes. Okay. So evaluation allows the contestants to use notes. Use notes. Okay. Use notes. Glance only when needed and deliver with confidence and positivity. Sahara, keep smiling, be confident, look at the speaker, look at everyone. Yeah. Very important to know the contest ballot quickly. Analytical carries 40 points. Analytical is when you know, I see participants have raised hand. Please wait, we are going to finish the presentation. I'll answer all your queries. So analytical quality carries 40 marks. Analytical is when you know what the speech delivered, the message, the characters. If you've understood the speech well, that is the analytical quality. Can you understand whether it is a persuasive speech or a humorous speech? That's analytical. The recommendation carries 30 points. Remember, don't just say, do it. Okay. Technique, again, we discussed a lot of techniques. Use one of the techniques. Summary, very, very important. Don't just say, overall, it was a good speech. No. Remember to summarize the commendation recommendation. Okay, summarize. These a total of 100 points. Only when you know how many points are given to each parameter, you will remember not to miss any point. Any points. Yeah, score the maximum. There are a lot of things you are worried during the contest.
Yes, right, 1 minute.
I'll share the slide later. Don't worry. I'll share the slide. Okay. So don't worry. Be happy areas during the contest. Do not worry about the judging criteria. Judges are well informed, trained. They will do their job well. Okay. Don't worry. Don't worry about judges. Don't think, oh, Sri Kumar sir is angry with me. He will reduce marks for me. No, never. All the judges are trained. They will not have any personal thing to do with you. Okay. They will only look at your performance and judge you the scores. Judge you by giving the scores. So don't worry about the judges. Don't worry about the co-contestants. Oh, Seher has been here for 5 years. Arya joined 5 years ago. Sara is the last year's champion. How am I going to contest with them? No. Okay. Each one of you is unique. You have your own super talents. Don't worry about your co-contestants. Okay. Know the judging process. Know the judging process. You have seniors. You have the counselors. Talk to the counselors. Know how you will be judged based on the ballot during the contest. Take notes in every speech club meeting and you evaluate them. If you don't have an opportunity to evaluate during the meeting, do an offline evaluation. Don't read every word from your notes. Just glance at the notebook. Timing really matters. It's heartbreaking if you give an outstanding evaluation and your time disqualified. Okay. The maximum time is only 3 minutes, 30 seconds. So when you practice, try and finish it by 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Give the 10 minutes extra time. Okay. Don't go until 3:28, 3:29. Don't take that risk. Timing really, really matters. Evaluate everything. If you go to YouTube, there are lots of roast, toast, acceptance, world championship speeches, district speeches, lot of speeches are available. Evaluate every speech that you see on the YouTube. That will help you to be familiarized with a lot of speech types. And that will also give you a familiarity with the unfamiliar audience. Okay, so evaluate everything on the YouTube. And the last slide for today. Just hold on 1 minute. It's okay. The last slide for today, summary. Remember to personalize your evaluation. It is always I, not we. Don't speak for the audience. Do it, don't say it. Don't just say, Arya, work on your pause. Arya, the next time you want to work on your pause, for every comma in your script, 1 second. Full stop, 2 seconds. Yeah? Don't just say it, do it. Structure your evaluations, follow the 4S technique. Do not contradict. Don't say, Seher, you had amazing eye contact, and then say, work on your eye contact. Okay? Don't contradict your commendation and recommendation. Time your evaluations. Very, very important. Don't be time disqualified. Finish your evaluations before 3:20. If there is one proven technique that has worked wonders for all the champions, it is practice. Practice, practice, and practice. That is a proven technique, the mantra for winning a club, any level of contest. And that brings us to the end of today's session. I will now open the floor for questions quickly. Yes.
Ma'am, one of my friends, he was an evaluator for 2 speakers, speaker 1 and speaker 3. So he did amazing evaluations. I was the timer that time. He did amazing evaluations, literally amazing. But the only problem was that he was disqualified because I found out that his time limit was little high. I was kind of sad and I didn't want to tell him, but so in the end I showed it, and in the end I was personally I told him sorry about this, but your speech was
That's okay. See, this is what happens. It's very heartbreaking, isn't it? It's very heartbreaking to see an outstanding evaluation and then their time disqualified. This is so bad, isn't it? That is why I'm saying when you practice for 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Finish it by 3 minutes, 20 seconds. Give the 10 minutes extra time. That is okay, right?
And
finish
also,
by 3 minutes.
And also, ma'am, then when I told him, I'm sorry, but your evaluation really good, he told no need to say sorry. That is the timer's job to actually note if the evaluation.
Absolutely. That looks like a very refined, very professional speaker, isn't it? What is there to be sorry? You don't have to be sorry. You did your job as a timer. And that is to time your speeches well, your speaker's speeches well, right? So you did your job brilliantly. I'm so happy the speaker took it in a very positive sense. Very, very happy about it. Well done. Okay. Quickly, any other questions? Quickly.
Ma'am, how much time?
Just a minute. Can we take a group photo, please? Can we take a group photo? Everyone, switch on your camera. Otherwise, we'll forget. Okay. Everyone, switch on your camera. Maybe 2-3 pages we may have to do because 100 people are there.
Sir, there are 94 people.
Shall we show it thumbs up or something?
It is going up and down. It was yeah, now it is 94. Okay.
Shall we do a thumbs up or something? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you can. Everyone show a thumbs up. Yeah, hold like this. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Just a minute. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Okay, so where are we on the time, sir? Do we have time for a few more questions?
1 minute. Yeah, no problem. Just a minute. Just a minute. Don't switch off your camera. Don't switch off your camera. I have some issue is coming here. Yeah, it's getting little delayed. Yeah. Don't switch off. You can continue. Let me take the second page also.
Okay, quickly, question. Let's hear it for someone who has not asked a question before. Chapesh, yes. Go ahead.
Ma'am, so earlier you told about when sort of creating your structure for the speech, for the evaluation, you can use quotes, right, ma'am? So if any quotes don't come to your mind and if the sort of evaluation is online, can we sort of refer with Google if that's fine?
No, not at all fine. Not at all fine. You cannot do that during the contest, Japesh, and that's why it is very important to be prepared. So what you should do is you should be ready with at least 4 quotes. Can you do that? See, the speech type is going to be humorous, informational, motivational, or persuasive, isn't it? So have 1 quote which is very motivational. Have 1 quote for humor. Have 1 quote for like that. So you can be prepared. Can you remember 4 quotes? I'm sure you can, isn't it? So have 4 quotes ready and brilliantly pick the right quote for that speech. That is very, very important. Yeah, brilliantly pick that 1 quote for that particular speech. That way, there is no way you can refer to Google during the contest. That way you're prepared and you also know which one to use for which occasion. Yeah. Quickly, let's go for someone who hasn't asked a question.
Ma'am, I had a question.
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Yeah, so you told in the contest, you need to mention that which technique you're using for the speaker. So if we're going to use like a mix of 2 techniques, is that okay? Or are we supposed to stick to 1 technique?
Usually we stick to 1 because in 3 minutes of time, 1 itself is like overdoing. Okay. If you have not practiced, you will not be able to finish on time. There is no rule as to you cannot mix techniques. You are free to use any technique. You are free to mix techniques. If you're mixing techniques, let the judges know because they don't want to be confused. The judges should not think that you got confused with 2 techniques. Okay. So let the judges know today I'm going to evaluate you based on 2 techniques. Tell them what the techniques are and then go about it. If you're using 2 techniques, it's going to take more time. So make sure you finish on time. Yeah.
Miss.
Yes.
Miss, when we are using.
Ma'am.
Can we also apply them in the club Gavel?
Very good question. You should always start with the club. Because that's the place where you can practice, isn't it? You can always practice in the club, isn't it? So use the techniques, use whatever you want to do in the club. I'll tell you this, I have contested for 10 years now, and in all the contests from club to district, when I won also, I have never used anything for the first time during the contest. I have always tried, tested it in the club. Because only then I will get the feedback, Vijay, that evaluation was pathetic, you should change the technique and all that, right? Then only I will change. Because during the contest, I cannot take the chance, right? So I will always try to test it in the club. So go to your clubs regularly, take more evaluation slots and do it. Only then it will come as a practice. Yeah.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes.
Do we necessarily stand up while we are evaluating a speaker?
Very good question. Sometimes, some rare times during contest, when everyone stands and if you are sitting, maybe I'm saying, okay, maybe the judges won't feel that good, maybe, okay. I have seen people who sat for the entire ISC speech and they have won, okay. So there is no mandate here. If you're comfortable, sit and deliver. If you're not comfortable, stand and deliver. There is no mandate here. There are no extra scores. There are no less scores as well. So do something that you are comfortable with.
Thank you, ma'am.
Quickly, sorry. Let me just call out the names because everyone is speaking at the same time. Yes, Adya.
So if we have when we have
yes, Adya, go ahead.
So if we have 4 quotes, right? And if we have 2 very good informative quotes, which one should we choose? If we can't choose at all.
If you Google quotes, everyone will get the same Google quotes, the top 10 or 20, right? Don't go for that, Adya. Go for something else. When you know this is very familiar to everyone, okay? When you know this is very familiar to everyone. See, this Einstein inventing bulb and everyone knows that, right? 99% perspiration, 1% inspiration, all that, everyone knows that. Go for something that people won't know. That will give you the winning score. Okay, if you're going to say something very, very common, popular, people, oh, that quote I know. If you're saying a new quote, wow, that quote is good, yeah. I wonder how Adya remembered that, right? That will be your winning edge, right? So be familiarized with quotes, but select quotes that are unfamiliar to your audience. Yes, Gautam, for a long time. Quickly, one last question.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
one last question for Gautam. Yes.
How much time we have to spend on commendations, recommendations?
Super. Yes, I wanted someone to ask this question. So the evaluation timing is like this. 2 minutes green, 2:30 yellow, 3 minutes red, 3:30, 1 is time disqualified. Okay. So when it is green to yellow itself, you should finish commendation and start the recommendation. Start the recommendation before it is green to yellow. Use the full time of yellow up until red for recommendation. Green to red. Use it full for recommendation. When it is red, you have 30 seconds, right? So that is the time you need to summarize. So make sure you summarize properly in 20 seconds. That's what you need to practice. Yeah? Any other question? Yes, Sinduri, quickly. Okay, we'll take from Ditya and then we'll come back to Sinduri if it's okay. Thank you, Sinduri. Yes, Ditya.
Ma'am, I had a question there are different ways to summarize, but what is your opinion and the best way to summarize a speech?
There is no one way to do it, right? Every time you do something different, then that becomes more attractive. The idea behind summary is definitely summarize and don't just say a one-liner like overall it was a good speech. Remember only that. Don't say that. Always say, Ditya, today your speech was outstanding. You had the perfect pause, you had the pace, and you had the content. Just work a little on the callback technique and say something else, right? On the structure of the speech. I'm sure you will inspire more minds. I can do this in 20 seconds, definitely, right? So that is important. Not a one-liner, that's the point. Quickly, we'll go back to Sinduri quickly. Yes, Sinduri.
Ma'am, for example, we give a recommendation to a speaker that maintain eye contact, but you yourself during the your speeches fail to do it. So it will be should we do that?
During your evaluation?
You're giving a recommendation, but ma'am, for example, if you give a recommendation to someone and you're bad in it in yourself, in your speeches.
Good. Okay. So don't put yourself in the speaker's shoe. Don't do that. This particular day, you're just an evaluator. So forget how you are as a speaker. Okay. Forget that how you were or how you are as a speaker. Okay. You are not good in eye contact. It's okay. It's absolutely okay. But you see this person has a great potential to improve eye contact. You please suggest that. Okay. Don't think that, ma'am, I am myself very poor in eye contact. How can I go and suggest this? Don't have any integrity problem and all there. Okay. If you find something as a suggestive point, go ahead and suggest it, even if you are not good at it. Okay. Look only from the eyes of an evaluator. Forget that you are the speaker.
Ma'am?
Yes.
Ma'am, for example, we are giving some recommendation, but the speaker does not take it in a good manner.
How will you know, Ashish? In a contest, the speaker will not have any chance to speak. Okay? So don't worry.
When you're evaluating the speech, and after that the speaker does not take it in a good manner, like trying to improve manner, he takes it in a bad way.
Just tell the speaker, Ashish, I only gave my honest, truthful opinions to you. It's for your good as a speaker. Leave it to the speaker. If the speaker wants to take it and improvise, let the speaker do it. If the speaker is saying, no, Ashish, I'll be only a mediocre speaker, it's okay. You did your job as an evaluator, didn't you? That's all. Okay, don't take it personally. Sir, how are we on the time? I have no...
We have to close it down now. Maybe a last question.
Yeah, one last question, please.
Ma'am, this is Japesh again. I have 2 questions.
Japesh, just hold on. Anyone else who hasn't asked a question so far? I'll just open the floor for you. One last question. Anyone who hasn't asked a question so far?
Show the presentation. Can we just show the presentation?
Okay, Japesh, I think no one is there. Yes, you can go with the last question. Yes.
Ma'am, I've heard you say many times that prepare your evaluation till 3 minutes 20 seconds or after 3 minutes or after it has been shown as read. Why do we have to do it till like the last why do we have to do it till it's shown read, or why can't we complete the evaluation as soon as possible?
Very good. Yes, you have to complete when it is read. Okay. I'm telling you the maximum you can even extend. The maximum when you're doing 2-3 techniques and all that. Maximum you can extend is only 320. It's very good if you can stop when it is red. The problem is, Japesh, sometimes when we see the red card during contest, we immediately say, and overall, yeah, good speech, thank you. No, right? So you remember when you see red, you still have 30 seconds to wrap up your evaluation in a nice manner. That's what I meant, right? So take the maximum advantage of the time. Okay, so that brings us to the end of today's session. Thank you all so much. To have all those brilliant young minds under one roof is amazing. Srikumar sir, thank you for this wonderful opportunity. Aparna ma'am, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure. Back to you, Srikumar sir.
See, when you say red, you can continue. The children, not like Toastmaster, they can't.
I know, yes.
So we'll see that. That is why the children, the council always say that don't go. You have to finish by a red. Don't go beyond that, because like Toastmaster, they don't have that much experience to stop within 10 seconds, 20 seconds. No. So that is why Gavel asked that question. Anyway, thank you.
Excuse me, sir.
Toastmaster Vijayalakshmi for the wonderful, dynamic, fabulous session. Really, it was an awesome interactive session. And along with the Gaveliers, I also learned many new techniques. 4S, acronym techniques. HSF, I have not heard about. CRC, I have heard about, but other things I have not heard. Thank you very much for sharing those excellent techniques. Please give her a big round of applause. Now I request our global advisor.
Srikumar sir.
Yes, Aparna, you want to say something?
Speech? Evaluation. Are we not doing the speech and evaluation?
Yes, because it's time already and we had loads of questions. So
I think you made already arrange one person, but I think
she's already here.
See, the people are going and now already late. We'll give her another
my apologies, Aparna. We will do this exclusively some other time. We will just have speakers and lots of evaluators another time, if that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I know, Aparna, you arrange and that Gavel is also ready, but now you see the members are leaving. it may not have that effect. Got my point?
Okay.
We will give her another chance. Okay. Now I request our global advisor, DTM Danu Rajwan, to say a few words. Danu.
Good evening, one and all, or good morning, good afternoon, from whichever part of the world you are. I have been mesmerized by your talks today. You're really, really very, very motivating, and I'm sure all these Gaveliers listening to you today have a lot of take-homes. Lots of take-homes. Have you all a lot of take-homes, Gaveliers? Thumbs up if you all have.
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent. Lots of take-homes, lots of keepers, lots of things to chew on. Thank you so much for all that. And thank you for all the positivity you have brought to this session. Positivity and the dynamism that you brought to the session. You were wonderful with the children and they really loved being with you. It's been an amazing session. And as I said, everybody's mesmerized by you. They're asking question after question after question, but no time left. We have to keep it for another time. And I'm sure the next time also is going to be as wonderful as this time. Thank you so, so much, DTM Vijayalakshmi, for the time and the attention and what all the knowledge that you have given to our children, because evaluations is something children tend to hesitate to do. Thank you so much for all that.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for those lovely words. I'm so humbled. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aparna Renish. Also, special thanks to Aparna for arranging our distinguished Vijayalakshmi, because we were meeting it for the first time, so it was a good opportunity to meet you. And we have a lot of new program coming. Definitely, we are going to invite you. We really appreciate on behalf of our Global Youth Gavel Club group and members. Thank you very much for your valuable time and support.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coordinating. Thank you.
Please give her one more round of applause, everyone.
Good luck to all of you guys. May the best win. I want all of you to contest. Have this contest feeling going. It's absolute pleasure to be contesting. Good luck to all of you. May the best win. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, this is already recorded. It will be available in the Facebook page. You can go through. It will be there for a few more days. Then you can refer, and if you have any question, you can put there itself. Whenever possible, Vijayalakshmi madam will answer if you require. Thank you very much. Bye. Meeting is adjourned.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Special thanks to Karin also for introducing our speaker. Thank you, Karin.
All the best.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good luck. Good luck to all of
Can
you.
you just send that PDF?
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, this presentation is something that I'm doing for workshops also. But if you have any specific query, you can probably route it to Aparna ma'am. I'll be more than happy to clarify all those queries, if it's okay. Yeah, thank you. Bye, Parvati.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.